Do you guys remember the lipstick scandal with JACLYN Hill? Well, she is bringing back that situation and she's actually able to joke about it, which for a while there, this was a very sensitive subject for JACLYN. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people would have let her joke about it because it was really just such a crazy situation. But she wanted to talk about it a little bit more in depth this week, what that whole experience was like for her. And honestly, this just feels like the craziest trip down memory lane because I feel like for so many weeks now, we have been talking about these throwback stories. We've been talking about the Ace family, Jeffree Star. I mean, truly, we are teleporting back in time, it feels. But we're gonna spill on all the things that JACLYN had to say about the lipstick scandal. So JACLYN Hill is joking about the lipstick scandal nearly 5.5 years later since the famous beauty community scandal. She shared a TikTok recently playing into a trend where she said, I mean, honestly, who cares about a little hair in their lipstick? And then flipped the camera around to show herself. She absolutely shook her followers as she's talked about how much the scandal affected her. So to see her joking about it was really unexpected for people, especially since the last time she joked about it, she got a lot of backlash for it. Last year, JACLYN decided to joke about her lipstick scandal on Instagram when she posted a reel that said, POV, you're still using JACLYN Hill's contaminated lipsticks 4 years later. To take it to another level, her caption was, I get the warm fuzzy feeling every time. People in the comments were quick to call her out for this, noting that this wasn't funny at all and is not something that she should have tried to make a joke about, saying having a whole apology video for them, then making a video joking or mocking them years later is really distasteful. Makes it seem like you were never sorry to begin with, SMH. I've supported and followed you from the beginning. This would have been funny if you didn't use the quotes around contaminated. You're discrediting your own apology video by portraying you never actually believed they were contaminated. This is so distasteful and tone deaf, and I'm sure there will be an apology coming soon. This is a prime example of tone deaf. Let's just say that you keep the lipsticks that's not contaminated, but you can't deny the fact that there are people out there that received the contaminated lipsticks. Why put your focus on your past mistake and not simply focus on relaunching the better improved formula? This post is a straight mockery to your previous customers that received the contaminated batch. But this time, people were actually kind of ready to laugh with her. Some people said she had one chance to do the funniest thing ever and she ate. The literal example of it looks bad now, but we can laugh about it later. Love you, girl. OMG, all the OG girlies gasp at the same time. If you know, you know, you ate this trend, haha. Of course, not everyone was ready for jokes, but JACLYN is out here defending her joke as some people said, girl, it's been years and I still think it's too soon. And she said, LMAO, it's lipstick, girl. We have bigger problems in 2024. Someone else said, I mean, there was also the glass and metal. And she said, I swear I'm going to write a book one day. Some of the other comments she replied to though were the way everyone would accept the hair for the product to return, #hindsight. And she said, I'll take a amazeballs with a full head of hair. Thank you. Someone else said, I'm on my last Sophia tube and I need another. And she said, I can send you one of my expired ones filled with hair to you. Now, if you were not around for this famous JACLYN Hill lipstick controversy, it was one of the most dramatic moments in the beauty community, like YouTube history book worthy. In 2019, JACLYN had been hyping up her makeup brand. And when she finally launched JACLYN Cosmetics, fans were beyond excited. Her debut collection, a line of 20 nude lipsticks called So Rich Lipsticks. The launch sold out almost immediately, but the excitement didn't last long because soon after people started receiving their lipsticks, complaints began flooding in. Customers noticed that the lipsticks were weird, like really weird. People reported finding gritty textures, holes, and even white fuzz embedded into the lipsticks. Some claimed their lipsticks smelled strange or even looked moldy, and yep, shards of plastic. Multiple customers posted videos of what looked like pieces of plastic found in their lipsticks. The internet naturally lost its mind. Twitter and YouTube were flooded with reviews and investigations. Influencers like Raw Beauty Christie and Marlene Estelle joined the conversation, criticizing JACLYN's quality control. I mean, people were putting on the hazmat suits in order to review these lipsticks. At first, JACLYN responded on Twitter saying that the lipsticks were completely safe to use. She blamed the white fuzz on gloves worn by the lab workers and said the holes were caused by air bubbles during the manufacturing process. And then came her now infamous infamous YouTube apology video, JACLYN explained the issues in more details. Her tone felt off to some viewers. Instead of being apologetic, many felt like she was defensive and dismissive of the backlash.
I want to address before anything else is the accusations that my lipsticks are expired, moldy, or hazardous in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna put up documents throughout this entire video so you guys can see the actual proof, because I'm not gonna sit here and like read papers to you guys. I'm gonna put it right there on the screen so you can see proof. So number one, let's start with the expired accusation. My lipsticks did not go into mass production until the same month that I actually launched my brand. It was only a couple weeks prior to my launch that we started actual mass production. Although I had been so in depth with my formulation, my colors, and approving all of that, mass production did not go into production until right before my launch, because we wanted them to be fresh. We didn't want them to sit on shelves. And because my brand has been pushed back so many times, I actually already went through the same situation with a different lab several years ago. I went into mass production, ended up having an issue while in mass production, and then didn't launch my brand and had to go to a whole new lab because I didn't want those issues to happen again. So I canceled them and went somewhere else. I tried to cover my tracks. I f***ed up, but they are not expired.
The scandal took a toll on JACLYN's brand and her career. Fans who had been loyal to JACLYN for years felt betrayed, and the lipsticks became a meme. People joked about the hairy lipsticks for years, and JACLYN Cosmetics struggled to regain its footing. Future launches were overshadowed by the lipstick controversy. Even if she had a product that was good, people always resorted back to talking about the lipstick somehow. But since she's recently been able to joke about the lipsticks, she decided to open up further about this particular time in her life in a recent Instagram story.
So in the spirit of my lipstick launch, I came across these videos on my phone a couple of days ago, and I want to share it with you because everything is just always so different when you're out of the fire, right? Like now that it's been, holy crap, 5 years, that's crazy, since my lipstick launch, I look back and everything is just so clear to me. And I found these videos. So the first one I'm going to post is me on my launch day, on the day of my lipstick launch. The second one is me announcing that I'm refunding everybody, and it's 21 days later. And I want you to see the physical difference in the way I look in just 21 days and what that lipstick launch did to me, the way it deteriorated me. People were accusing me of getting filler and all the things. Just look at what 21 days did. It's insane.
All right, so we are sold out of a lot of shades at this point. Trios, the full bundle is gone, which I'm shocked about because it's so expensive. I cannot believe how many people bought the bundle. So thank you. But I'm shocked because Amaze Balls
that God has given me. And you guys don't have to do anything. There's no call to action. Even if you don't watch the story or care, or you're just out there loving your lipstick, you're still going to receive a full refund. You'll receive an email in the next 24 hours letting you know that it's being processed.
She then posted this photo of herself saying, "Are you kidding me?" She then goes on to say that it's actually alcohol that really changed the way that she looked, and that she's happy that she's been able to no longer turn to that as a coping mechanism.
Looking back at those pictures, it screws with me so much because when I scroll through my camera roll and I see those pictures, it's just like, okay. And then right after that in my camera roll, 2 weeks later, it's like, now I'm in Italy, I'm working on highlighters, then I'm back, then I'm in LA and I'm doing a photo shoot. And it's like, that's how I looked. But it was just like the mindset from everyone was like, the show must go on. Oh, it makes me want to throw up. And then like the internet was like, oh my God, she's gotten so much filler. Oh, she released these shitty lipsticks on purpose. And I'm like, did no one look at that face and look at that girl and be like, yo, she's not okay. Like she needs help. I know the people in my closest corner felt that way, but like, how could you see that face and be like, that's the girl who did this all on purpose? Like clearly I was hitting rock bottom in front of everyone.
Then continued to talk about how she was doing at the time.
Anyways, if you are struggling with an alcohol dependency addiction, let this be an inspiration and motivation to you to finally do whatever you need to do for your journey to quit, because that was all alcohol right there. That's what that was. And I just turned to it in such a severe way. And I've been telling you guys, but when you see the physical difference in just 22 days, it's insane. Like I was just slowly dying. It's insane. I don't even know who that girl is anymore. Stopping drinking and choosing my happiness, my mental health, my physical health over wealth, over money, over businesses was the best decision I ever made in my entire life. Like putting my physical well-being first was the best decision I've ever made in my life. It really is crazy. Health is literally wealth. Like, I know it's so corny, but it's just, it's true.
And that's where things stand with JACLYN Hill and her infamous lipstick scandal 5.5 years later. Still a topic in the beauty community. Whether you think her recent jokes show growth and self-awareness, or you feel like they're talking about something that should never be joked about, it's clear this controversy will always be a part of JACLYN's story. But what do you guys think? Was JACLYN right to make this joke, or do you think that it is still a no-go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.